All right, Saturday Todd Hammer, here we go. Adepticon training continues. We've got some Imperial Fist versus Craftworld Eldar today. We're going to be doing the burn it down scenario with the updated rules and the deployment zone. So we're going to burn it down, gosh darn it. But here are your Imperial Fists. We've got Tor Garadon making a debut, a Primaris Chaplain, a Primaris Captain. We've got 3 Intercessor squads, with 2 with Soccer Pattern bolt rifles and 2 with regular bolt rifles. We've got an Eliminator squad with bolt sniper rifles, 3 aggressors with auto bolt storm gauntlets, some Centurions here of the heavy bolter variety, an Invictor Pattern warsuit baby carrier, and 2 repulsor executioners with Raz destroyers. So here are the Imperial Fists for today.
Alright, let's introduce this Craftworld Eldar army, who are expert crafters and hiding somewhere. Basically, reroll a hit, and a wound roll in one of the phases, whether it be shooting or fighting or something else. I don't know, maybe it's just shoot. Oh, Overwatch. And then they also are anything over 12 inches when they are shot at, they are treated as in cover. So we'll look at it right here. Our Warlord is our Autarch with Swooping Hawk Wings, who has Fate's Messenger, so he's up to 6 wounds. And he also has a 6+ Disgustingly Eldar. And he also has the Shimmer Pool of Arc Real, which basically add 1 to your hit roll when you're shooting at him. And then we have the Farseer, who we've spent a CP on to give him the Faucho's Wing, so he has 12-inch movement and he can fly. He will also be taking Guide and Doom. Then let's get into our troops here. We have 2 units of Dire Avengers. Both of the Exarchs have 2 Avenger Shuriken Catapults, so they're right there. And then we have a unit of Guardian Avengers with the Aldari Missile Launcher, trying that one for the first time today. Then the other 3 units are 3 units of Rangers, only 2/3 of them painted. Sorry, I'll get those next time. Then let's get into our elites here. First of all, let's look at another HQ here is Aureliath, the Phoenix Lord of the Shadow Specters. And then the other elites are, we have a unit of Fire Dragons, 1 Exarch and 5 Fire Dragons. Then we have the new Howling Banshees, the new models that are absolutely dynamic. And then we have 5 Shadow Specters and a Shadow Spectre Exarch back there, so love those. Then we have our Warlock on a Skyrunner, who is be taking Protect and Jinx. And we have the Farseer on Skyrunner with Fortune and Executioner. Then we have 2 units of Warp Spiders and a unit of Swooping Hawks. And then we'll get into the heavies, and we have 3 Fire Prisms. 1 completely painted, 2 partially painted. We'll get those knocked out here pretty soon, and that's how we stand as we get into this burn it down battle. Alright, let's look at this deployment for these Imperial Fists against these Eldar, who are in cover but not really against Imperial Fists. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff here on the right with the Invictus Warsuit baby carrier right there with his cheating rule in No Man's Land. But then we got those sniper guys that I forgot what their name were. They're like infiltrators or eliminators because they want to pretend to eliminate stuff. And then you got some intercessors there, and let's skip over to there. Then you got these mammoth repulsor executioners that I don't want to be on the board. And then you have a chaplain back here, and you have Tor Garadon or something like that, and your warlord right there in the middle, holding the sword, charging on, because that's what Imperial Fists do. They charge into battle. Or not really. Then you also have, sorry for the movement, you have those Devastator... Centurion Devastators. Those are the shooty guys because they're shooty. And then you got some, what are those? Intercessors? aggressors right there. So that's 2,000 points there, and then I went to the backside of this army, this beautiful army that's mostly painted, where we have all the Shadow Specters and Aureliath here with the 2 Warlock and Farseer on the jet bikes with your Guardian Defenders. We got some snipers up here on this cliff. Hopefully they can pick somebody off with some Dire Avengers and my 1 painted Fire Prism. And then we kind of get into this massive bodies where there is some sort of line of sight blocking. And we'll go from there. But yeah, they're the fire dragons down here, along with these 2 fire prisms. Hopefully, have to make a choice. And then we have some warp spiders, some howling banshees, some swooping hawks, and some more rangers up in the webway, ready to come out. Hopefully, turn 2 or 3-ish. Where we stand. Seize the initiative.
End of Imperial Fist turn 1. We did Imperial Fist things and shot stuff. The Victory Tactical Warsuits shit the bed on the shooting phase, but charged in and punched the fire dragons to death after they took 5 wounds in Overwatch. So, well, too bad for them. We variety of things in this general general area. Shot off some warp spiders, some rangers, some
Dire Avengers.
Dire Avengers, sorry, wrong thing. Over here we killed some spooky, scary shadows with ghosts, and we killed some. There. Took some shots with the Repulsor Executioners at this Fire Prism, got it down to 1 wound. Took some shots at the Warlord over here with the Eliminators, and really kind of shit the bed. But here is where we stand going into Craftworld Eldar turn 1.
Here we go with the Craftworld turn 1 summary. As expected, this Farseer and Aureliath, not expected, but this Farseer and this Farseer teamed up, double smited an Executioner the last 8 wounds off of the Invictus baby carrier. So it died, thank goodness, denying of solo blood. Then we did some shooting with Aureliath into these aggressors. 1.5 of them are dead, or 1 1/3, I can't remember. 1 is dead at least. No, 1 was saved, so 1 is dead. 1 is dead. And then we Aldari missile launchered this heavy weapon in to here. Must have hit all the supports on the structure because nothing went through. So that's definitely going to fall on them and kill them. So you should just take them off the board. Should how it work. And then the fire prisms linked fire, even with re-rolling everything. This first one down to 1 wound didn't really do much on a 5+ ballistic skill. He's not orcish enough. But the other 2 fire prisms linked up and took a total of 11 wounds off of Damanitus, the left vehicle over there. Totally blank what it is, but it's Repulsor Executioner, like I remember it always. So it is down to 5 wounds, I believe, from the 16 starting 11. So it's a good start, but it still has tons of firepower that can come back and haunt me. And that's where we stand. No victory points scored in turn 1. So turn 2 coming up. It's where we'll start to accumulate all these objective marker victory points.
End of Imperial Fist turn 2. Did some shooting at some Guardian Defenders that were on the other side of this rock. Killed them. Took a shot over here with 1 Repulsor Executioner at the badly wounded Fire Prism. Killed it. Took some shots with the balance of its weapons at the second one, and that one just really was not interested in any sort of damage. It was
thank you.
lightning fast reflex and save monster. And then the second Repulsor Executioner used Torgaradon Signum Array and decided to do 23 wounds to the Fire Prism on the far side here.
Save 3.
He did save 3, so did 20 wounds total to that one over there. But here's where we stand. We've got 3 points for the Imperial Fist because we stood on some objectives, and that's what we do. And Here we are going into Craftworld Eldar turn 2. He still has like half his army off the board, so it's really deceptive when you look at the table. You're like, yay, Imperial Fist, and you're like, oh no, Craftworld still has all their army. But here we go, Craftworld turn 2.
End of the Eldar turn 2. Dropped in everybody. Dropped in some Rangers by that rock right there, who then turned around and sniper on sniper action took out 2 of these snipers up here with a bunch of 6 on the wound rolls. So 2 mortal wounds, like killed one right there, and then with terrible saving, the 4 wounds that went through killed the other sniper 2 wounds there. So took 2 eliminators off that pillar there. Then the swooping hawks came in, dropped right there, and within the Farseers right here and the smiting and executionering only left 1 intercessor on that objective, and then the swooping hawk Exarch with his hawk's talon wiped him off the board, so we denied solo blood, so that was good. Then Iriliath over here shot into these aggressors, and because they were jinxed, luckily did a couple wounds, 4 total wounds off of 4 total damage off of 2 wounds. So they all went into one of the 3 wound models there, so he got taken off the board. Well done there. But as you can see, they were jinxed from this warlock on that objective, moved over there. Then we dropped in some warp spiders and the howling banshees over here, because I really want to play with the howling banshees because they're melee. Yeah, I rolled a 3 on the charge. That needed probably a 10. But they did do some shooting. Warp spiders did some shooting and took out 3 of these intercessors. Then warp spiders needed to get in there. They slapped around these intercessors, and they're like, you can't slap me. So then the intercessor turned around and slapped the warp spiders, and they were like, you can't slap me either. So that's where we stand after turn 2. Sorry for the voices, but I was in the mood. At the end of 2 turns, victory points are 3-3 for the objective so far. No Slay the Warlord, and no solo blood jet.
End of Imperial Fist turn 3. We are purging some Xenos tentatively, but did some shooting. Aggressor killed 5 out of 6 swooping hawks. The leader left. He realized his life was too precious, so he bailed out. Pulsar Executioner killed Iliath. Spooky Scary Ghost. The Centurions, only 2 could shoot. Dealt with a Warlock on Skyrunner. Got him. Dominatus, the other Repulsor Executioner, took care of the debut Banshees and the Warp Spiders after these gentlemen fell out of combat after they burned that objective. This Repulsor also took a shot at these Dire Avengers, killed 4 out of 5, and the Autarch is, or not Autarch, what is he? Exarch?
Exarch.
The Exarch's holding on valiantly to an objective. But here is where we stand going into Craftworld turn 3.
End of the Eldar turn 3. This is where I like to see my Farseers in the mix, getting it on with a power fist, because that's what we do, melee Eldar, or because he failed Psychic Phase, so he was punished. He should have wiped these guys off the board, but he failed both Psychic Phases, but he did well the first few rounds, so I can't complain too much. But we did nick a wound with a mortal wound from the Rangers off of this Eliminator, so that's good. Fire Prism moved up over here, and after the Farseer right there got rid of the aggressor, the Fire Prism took 10 wounds off of that Terra Volt. Vault. He says it like Volt. It's Vault. Vault. V-A-U-L-T. Terra Vault. So he suffered 10 wounds. I did kill the aggressor to prevent solo blood this round. But I also burned this objective over here because he was probably not going to survive another round, and that would have given up some victory points I did not want to give up. As in 4 for the other side if they burn my objective. So that's where we stand, 4-4 after 3 rounds.
End of Imperial Fist, turn 4. We killed a Fire Prism and a Farseer, and we failed to hurt this guy, and he singing speared one of our intercessors to death because it hits on 2s. Wounds on 2s. There's no IP. You can screw up a 3-up save. This guy, D3 damage. So here's where we stand going into Craftworld. Turn 4.
End of the Eldar turn 4. After appreciating Michael for not killing my Farseer on Skyrunner, I did some stuff. Fred, the last Dire Avenger, came out from behind the pillar, took a wound off of these intercessors with his dual Dire Avenger Shuriken catapults, so that was fun. He did some good shooting. These Rangers just kind of stayed on this objective. Good job there. This Farseer kind of slid out of melee, but still within 3 inches of the center of that objective. And he smited the intercessor, and then he executionered the infiltrator, aggressor, eliminator. I was gonna get him, they do some bad stuff. And he, so again, prevented solo blood, but because he didn't get shot off the board last round, he's sort of hiding. Maybe he'll last, maybe he won't.
That's what you get for not for trying to have an honorable fight. They just pull out and smite you.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, you don't do honorable with Eldar. Let's get real. Win at all costs, am I right?
Whack,
no.
baby.
But at the end of 4 rounds, with 1 round left, we are tied 5-5 on victory points. This will decide the game. Dun, dun, dun.
End of Imperial Fist, turn 5. We burnt this objective. We attempted to advance these gentlemen who are super slow to the middle objective, didn't get it. Advanced this repulsor across the way to get modified line breaker. Shot Fred the Dire Avenger Exarch off the field with these intercessors, and used Dominatus to eliminate the Smitey Executioner guy over here. And this is where we stand at the end of Imperial Fist. Turn 5. Got some Rangers being Rangers over there, but this is where we are.
So, weird turn of events at the end of Eldar Craftworld turn 5 and end of the game. Just dropped the Autarch with the Swooping Hawk Wings on that objective to give me 2 objectives at the end of the game, which is a 2 bonus points for going second, and modified line breaker. He, this is in the Imperial Fist, got modified line breaker and solo blood because I didn't kill anybody this turn, and he wiped everybody off the board, minus these 6 models. So a very deceptive 13-11 win. Had things gone how they should have in a competitive format, Michael, it would have been probably 5 points the other way, but we'll go with this. So honestly, in Adepticon scoring, it comes out 22-18 for the Eldar, but boy, did it not feel like a win at all the entire game, as I pulled all of these models off the board, and he pulled those 5 that you don't even see. So, yeah, I guess it's a win. Doesn't feel, it feels dirty for some reason, but it's a win. It's not, I don't like competitive. I like fun.